Student, please listen and understand this stanza. And treasure isles and distant shores where smugglers rode with muffled oars, and pirates wearing purple pants, and sailing ships and elephants. And cannibals crouching round the pot, stirring away at something hot. It smells so good, what can it be? Good gracious, it's Penelope. Now, student, in this stanza, please understand what the poet is trying to convey. Here, the poet talks about the popular books of adventure that children used to read in his time. In those days, boys and girls read fantastic stories of dragons, gypsies, queens, ways, treasure, islands, smugglers, pirates, ships, elephant, cannibals, and so on. This is what the poet is explaining. Now, the younger ones had Pretix Potter with Mr. Todd the Dirty Rotter and Squirrel Nutkin Pickling Bland and Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, and just how the camel got his hump and how the monkey lost his rump, and Mr. Toad and bless my soul, there's Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole. Oh, books, what books they used to know, those children living long ago. Now, the younger children used to read stories written by Helen Beatrix Potter, an author of children's books featuring animals with colorful illustrations. Dahel here pays a tribute to the children author for her fantastic stories on animals. He also mentions some of the stories like how the camel got his hump and some characters like Mr. Toad, Mrs. Tiggy, Winkle, etc. from those stories. This shows that poet love for those books and how he enjoyed them in his childhood days. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go through your TV set away, and in its place you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. Now, Roald Dahl, the poet, now requests the parents for their own good to throw away their television set and install a bookshelf in its place. Now he's requesting to the parents to install a bookshelf. Now let's come to the next stanza, student. Then fill the shelves with lots of books, ignoring all the dirty looks. Now he's saying, fill the books or lots of books and ignoring all the dirty looks. The screams and yells, the bites and kicks, and children hitting you with sticks. Fear not, because we promise you that in about a week or two of having nothing else to do, they'll now begin to feel the need of having something to read. Now, after installing the bookshelf in place of a TV set, the parents will face some dirty looks, screams, yells, bites, and kicks from their children. They may even hit them with sticks, but the poet insists on filling that shelf with lots of books on various topics, ignoring all the screaming and such behavior. Dahel now here is, assuming and assuring us that after a week of two, those children would find nothing to do without a TV set around. So they will finally feel the need to read books. They will come closer to books on their own. Now, student, let's come to the last stanza of this poem, and it is the conclusion of the poem. And once they start, oh boy, you watch the only slowly growing joy that fills their heart. They'll grow so keen, they'll wonder what they have ever seen in that ridiculous machine, that nosing, foul, unclean, repulsive television screen. And later, each and every kid will love you more for what you did. Now, this is the last stanza, and his poet is saying, and once they start reading, the only way is ahead of them. They will find it interesting to read more and more books that will give them the imagination and thoughts, the knowledge, wisdom, the satisfaction of mind and heart. And at one stage, they will grow so keen on reading books that they will wonder what they had found in that silly machine called television. They will find the television screen disgusting and unclean then, as they will discover the real joy of reading books. And finally, each and every kid will love the parents for giving them the opportunity to find real joy in reading books. Even when they would grow up, they would thank their parents for taking that television set away and installing the bookshelf there. Now, the poet advocates for reading and only reading. Dahel thinks TV can never be a substitute for books. Books are the only things that can deliver real wisdom. So, student, I hope poem is clear to you all, and please see the PDF for question and answers. Thank you and have a good day.